game, the second episode of the Geek Pride cast on this wonderful Sunday. We have a fewer members today for certain reasons, I am unsure. One unfamiliar face and two faces from previous casts. So we'll start off with from the left-hand side and introduce ourselves.
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Gideon, and I control the rock and roll business for Geek Pride.
Hi, I'm Becca Harper, and I edit and write and do stuff like that.
Laura. Oh, I thought we were going to Matt next. Okay, never mind. Hi, I'm Laura. I'm the person who hasn't done this before. Duh. I'm an alleged writer, and this is Toffee. Can I say hi to Toffee?
Hi, Toffee.
All right, Chief.
My cat's gone. That's not fair.
my one's loyal and lazy.
Randomly, because you were talking about cats, I've just been watching a documentary. You know that Horizons. About...
We were just watching that just then.
Yeah.
But I like the idea of having a cat scientist. I want to be a cat scientist.
Yeah, I think that's a bit of a cop out of a scientist. It's like the bottom of the scientist world, isn't it? What do you want to be? Yeah, you look at tigers and stuff.
When I was young, I wanted to be a delphinologist, which is a dolphin scientist.
You have what a dolphinologist?
Is that a real word?
It is. Look.
Was it Terry Pratchett or something?
Right.
No, granted, I didn't read it in the dictionary, so it may not be a real word, but it's a word.
Okay. Anyway, so it's not going to be as structured this week because we thought we could rely on the Geek Pride public to give us some interesting topics, but you failed. You failed miserably. Boo.
Bad public.
we do have a few things we can talk about. Probably the DRM 180 by Xbox. Apparently something along the lines of let's look at the list. The age restrictions in games. Doctor Who. Anything else that we've missed out on?
Fighting games.
Fighting games,
Yeah.
Obviously, fighting games.
If there are any Latin American superheroes, I think was.
I did Google this, but have forgotten every single thing I read about it.
Well, there must be some floating about.
That's a good. There's a starter, right? Latin American superheroes.
There is the new, is it Ultimate Comics Spider-Man, Miles Morales. So there you go.
So there is actually a Latin American superhero.
Yeah.
There are a few.
Oh, hang on a minute. There's Zorro.
He's not really a superhero, though.
Yeah, but like.
With a sword, that's pretty superheroic.
I bet he's got the comic book.
Yeah. And suppose if Batman's a superhero in the same
Exactly.
light.
Yeah. So's the Punisher.
Yeah.
He's just not Latin American, though.
No.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't matter, though, does it?
Okay, right. So we got Zorro. Who else have we got then? Did you mention?
Jaime Reyes, the new Blue Beetle.
Ah, yeah. I read that one as well. But pronunciation problems.
Somebody's got a really angry cat in the background.
Here's the man. Shh, stop it.
I want to be on camera. I want to be on camera. Right. Anyway.
Distracted him.
Do you think the Latin American superheroes could make it into the mainstream? Well, I suppose they already have. I suppose you've got a couple of Zorro movies.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah. I think was there a Spider Woman?
I think Spider Woman's white. There was. Oh no, there was Aranya.
That's it. That's the name. There you go. Look at me remembering stuff like that.
Oh, we're all so good.
Hang on a minute. I thought Spider-Woman was Peter Parker's daughter.
No, that was Spider Girl, and that was a whole alternate future thing.
I think I've read that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
And then there was like Mattie Franklin, who was J. Jonah Jameson's adopted daughter, who decided to be Spider-Man, or
Alright.
woman, girl thing. And J. Jonah Jameson naturally was a little conflicted about that. Fun fact there.
Right.
Okay, so there we go. There
Yeah,
are
I think we've covered that topic.
Latino superheroes. Agreed.
Where's Sean? When you're Sean, when you need him to organise things, hey, you're leaving it to us reprobates to do.
Oh, well.
Okay, let's move on to Doctor Who quickly because, controversially, I don't want a female doctor.
No, yes, me neither.
You
Well,
bastards!
I know, and I'm all
Well-
for female leads, you know me, but I don't want a female doctor.
Honestly, it's like, okay, yeah, you could have a female doctor. You could also have a cat doctor.
They do cat people.
Yeah, it's like you could have any looking doctor. We're accustomed to seeing a guy there. Why can we not just stick with that?
Who's he going to be?
No idea yet. Well,
want Patrick
just
Stewart.
ideas.
You're right. Well, you're not going to change. If you're not going to change, it's going to be a female doctor. Who would you have? Who would you want to see?
I don't know. Probably an unknown again. Unless they can get David Tennant, in which case, yay.
Or somebody really famous.
Yeah, like Gillian Anderson. That'd be awesome.
Maybe
She was in the X-Files. She's pretty cool in the X-Files. Very smart.
You see, I think I would want my female doctor to be like River, which is already being done in River, so...
Yeah.
Not
Alright.
being a Whovian, I have no idea what's going on with regards to Doctor Who or who's going where, and this whole female thing is just being punted as something that's going to happen. So
Apparently, what's his face? Is it no? It's Stephen Moffat at the minute, isn't it?
Yeah.
He mentioned it as a hypothetical at a convention, and apparently the whole assembled masses just went no.
Good for them, though, because I thought
Maybe not.
that wouldn't be liked if me saying that, but
Okay.
I'm glad you agree, at least.
Yeah,
Mm.
we're together on this one.
you did an article, didn't you, Laura, with regards to who should be the new Doctor Who? Who was on your shortlist? For those of you who didn't read it,
Yeah, why not? I had Patrick Stewart.
Patrick Stewart.
You can't have him. He's Professor Xavier.
Yeah.
Yes, true.
It has to be little disclaimer. These were mostly jokes. Because I also had Danny Dyer and Carl Pilkington.
Oh, that'd be brilliant. They sorted out, wasn't it?
Stephen Fry as well.
Stephen
There may
Fry
have been
would
a
be
couple
actually
more,
quite good.
but
I think Stephen Fry would be quite good, actually, realistically. He's got the sort of kind of quirky mannerisms.
yeah.
Yeah, but is he fit enough to do all the running around and adventuring?
That's another thing I said as well. I think they should have an older doctor who does a bit more kind of just sitting and walking rather than this kind of, okay, let's do this, let's go to this planet, kind of toddler on email.
I did feel Matt Smith was on some kind of drugs.
Yeah.
He just couldn't keep still. I was very confused by the human race. The human race he's known for so long, it confused him all of a sudden, and
Yeah.
I didn't rate him all that, but, hang me
I liked
later.
it. It was this recent series that was just
Yeah.
Oh.
But anyway, maybe we should move on now.
Well, last time I saw one of them, one of Doctor Who's, when was it now? Oh, it was that one. It was all right. He was he went into an asteroid and found Satan.
The Beast Below.
That was mega. That I thought that was pretty cool with Satan knocking about in that asteroid. And then after that, I'm well, Daleks are back again. What's going on? Just killed him about 20 odd times.
Yes, every time you destroy the Daleks, they're back. Because one gets away. One always gets away.
Why I oughta.
And they've got little jump packs so they can get upstairs now because they've got these little...
I saw that. That's
It's
mental.
cheating.
Do you know what? I've never been this is probably blasphemy for quite a lot of people. I've never been a massive Doctor Who fan. I don't know what it was. I think that, you know what? I've seen maybe in the last... Oh, God. What's the fella's name? He was a Doctor Who. He was in the recent Hobbit film. He was in the Hobbit film as Radagast.
Oh, Sylvester McCoy.
Yes. He was the Doctor when I grew up. And,
With Ace. Was it with Ace?
Yeah. And I watched a couple of episodes when I was younger with that. And I think the last one I saw was about these cat people, and all I can sort of kind of remember is
cat nuns in space.
I can't remember, but all I can remember is one of them eating the pet cat, and then all you see is this sort of kind of carcass of a dead cat, and that sort of kind of slightly disturbed me. So yeah, I saw the last episode of this series, where obviously with Matt Smith,
and John Hurt.
Obviously not understanding or not knowing very much about it, was highly confused by the whole thing. Everybody's going, oh my god, what just happened? I can't believe that. And I'm like, I don't know what's just gone on. I don't know.
Yeah, so they introduced another doctor.
Yeah.
But that's about it.
I don't think he's the new Doctor, is he? He's like the alternate universe.
Right, this is really bizarre, right? Can I just stop you there, right? Laura's got your cat. Becca, your cat's in the background. My girlfriend has just tried to come in the door asking me where my bloody cat is, and has just text me, where's the cat?
Episode 2, crazy cat people.
Crazy cat women.
I've got another one somewhere, but she won't come out. She's shy.
Aww.
Do you know what? I've got a theory on women and cats. Is because most, and without sounding overly sexist about the whole thing,
be careful,
actually, this is really dangerous territory. Actually, I'll try and put this.
We know what happened last time.
I think. Oh yeah. No. Yeah, that was another. Well, we can talk about that as well, actually. But we'll move on. Men like dogs because they're sort of kind of They follow commands and things like that, whereas women quite like cats because they don't follow commands. They like sort of the bad boy, somebody who's going to sort of...
What you're saying is women like cats because we like the bad boy. Men like dogs because they like women to just shut up and do what they're told.
No.
That is what you said.
No. I didn't mean it in that way or shape or form. See,
I did warn you, Matthew.
Men are like dogs. Men are stupid.
Whoa, come on.
I shouldn't even start that conversation. I'll stop digging right now.
To be fair, though, there is that saying that men are smarter than women because diamonds are a girl's best friend. Man's best friend is the dog.
Which is worth more.
Yeah. I know.
You're not going to get much for it.
Depends what pedigree versus what size diamond.
Yeah, that's true.
You've got to weigh these things up.
What is it? Would you rather have a cat or a diamond?
A cat.
A cat.
A cat.
What is it about cats?
I like cats because they look after themselves mostly. I don't have to feed them up.
They're the lazy pets.
I don't have to feed them
down.
That's true. I suppose dogs are a bit more emotionally sort of
needy. They're needy.
Yeah, they are.
They're like men with man flu. Please, give me attention. Please, cuddle me.
Are you an animal person, Gerson?
You know me. I like animals.
You like animals?
Well, yeah, no, this I told you, didn't I? Like, yeah, like we can't have an here at the flat because landlady Mrs. Mohammed would go mental if we had the pet here. Plus, we're in the top floor flat in Hume, so it could it'd just be stuck in all the time. We don't want that. I'd like if we go out and have a run about and all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean?
If you had the chance to have any animal, to say you had a big palatial estate somewhere. What would you have? What sort of animal would you have?
Can it like not exist and stuff?
You can have whatever animal you want. Fictional.
I was going to say unicorn.
Mate, I tell you what I'd have Sonic the Hedgehog.
You'd lose him.
I wouldn't. I'd be like, listen up, Chief, and he'd be like, what's up, my mate? I'll say like, just nip down shop for us, right? And they'll get Asda before me and get back before me. There's that. That's a plus, right? I'd never need cut anything.
The problem is he stealing? Because he'll still have to wait in queue.
Yeah, but he does have to slow down sometimes, doesn't he?
Oh,
If he running through,
change, he could just zip, drop it, and go.
And then the automatic till will go, excuse me, there is a problem. Please wait for assistance. I've just fucking put chips on it!
Well,
that is technology we don't need.
No.
Well, yeah, well, you know, we could get round that somehow. But anyway, you know, I'd have Sonic the Hedgehog, and if I couldn't have Sonic the Hedgehog, I'd have I'd have a shark.
You have a shark.
Yeah, mate,
What sort of shark?
I'd have like no. Do you remember I told you about that idea we had like for like a boat?
Yes, your U-boat.
No, not the U-boat thing. It was the like I'd have my own boat and it'd be like an evil pirate ship with like loads of skulls on it and stuff, but it'd be powered by great white sharks. They'd be powering it along, and like there'd be like a lump of meat in front of them, like on a stick, and like they'd take me where I want and everything. It'd be brilliant that. And like I'd have a big like skull on front, and eyes would be lighting up, and like be smoke coming out its mouth. And, like,
how are you harnessing them?
They'd have something on them, like on Gears of War. I think it's Gears of War. Blah, 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 blah. It might be Gears of War 2, where they go underground and there's like some locust shark thing, like pulling boats. They'd be strapped in somehow.
Yeah, it's number 2, isn't it? Yeah, I think I do actually. I was going to say there's no Gears of War shark, and then I think there is actually when they're down in the
they're in the waters.
Ocean.
Yeah. There you go. Look at that knowledge.
Okay, so what happens when you fall out of your boat and your own shark eat you?
Well, that wouldn't happen, would it? Because I'd like.
Would be tame sharks, friendly sharks.
I'd have one of them like eagles off Lord of the Rings that could like pick me up before I do fall in.
So a safety eagle then. So instead of having like an orange vest, you just have like a safety eagle.
Yeah, just like whistle and it pop up, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but if you're falling out of the boat, you haven't got time to whistle, so it needs to be there, like bang on there.
Yeah.
It's got to
be
like
in the
watching
crow's
you.
nest, watching you.
Watching, making sure that you're not falling out and getting eaten by the sharks.
It sounds a bit mad, but what if, like, at the same time, you could give me some kind of power where I can communicate to the sharks with my brain to their brain?
So Aquaman.
No, because that's getting superpowers.
Oh,
yeah, man. Be realistic.
Yeah, you can have any pet. We said nothing about superpowers.
Right, well, it's work in progress, that.
Okay.
We'll call it work in progress. We'll revisit that, and I'll have a go think about it, and then we'll revisit it.
And so, well, the thing is, there's a bit of a problem, because now, if you had your pirate ship with your shark power sort of towing you around the world and stuff, what happens if you come across some boat accident and there's some people in the water? You couldn't really. Well, I mean, couldn't really help anybody, could you? Or are you just going to run around and?
It'd be tough business. Because like I just plow them down. You know, it'd be like, get out of my way. Can't you see I've got a skull with glowing eyes, smoke's coming out its mouth. There's shark's power in this. Don't be in the water.
So you're going to be. It sounds like villainous behaviour. Are you a villain?
It does, but it looked cool.
It would look cool.
Would you be a bad guy then if you had that sort of shit? Would you go around pillaging? Would you go all Somali and start sort of kind of taking out boats?
I don't know. I wouldn't do that. I'd be a bit like, right, I'd be a badass, but I'd be a good badass at the same time.
The Jack Sparrow end of the pirate spectrum.
Like the Punisher. I'm a Punisher pirate.
I'm imagining the hat with the skull, and then the skull on the t-shirt, and
yeah, I'd have that. I've already got the tattoo.
The Punisher pirates, right? That's an interesting story arc right there.
Sorry, sorry, I've pulled that out of my brain. It's things that float about up there.
I'm amazed that you said you wanted sharks, and yet did not mention anything about attaching laser beams to them.
Yeah,
laser beams!
Well, I mean, we've seen that before, haven't we? I mean, come on.
This is true. We haven't seen a pirate ship pulled by sharks before.
No, but that'd be cool, wouldn't it, though? It'd be cool.
It would. It would.
I mean, they'd have a rest. I'd be a fair employer,
I was say,
you know.
You'd need to have 2 shifts of sharks so they could rest in between, so you'd have to have some tethered at the back resting.
Would you like have a fish tank on board so they could rest but then still catch up with you?
No, but they didn't see, wouldn't they? So they can float about a little bit, can't they?
And how many sharks do you think would? How big's your ship? How many men are going to be on your ship? How many guns is it going to have?
Me, I don't know. There'll be a few on there.
Right. So are you looking like 500 men, 500-man ship, or less?
Like I'd say about 200.
200 men.
Yeah. Right. Because like, well, you know, I want all my things on there and stuff. I mean,
What things?
like, you know, I need like folk that scrub the decks, and I need folk that like sort things out and land ahoy and look out and all that, read the radar.
And shanties, to sing shanties.
Yeah.
Yeah. I need someone to cook me tea.
I bet there's a physicist who can work this out, some physics buff who can do man-to-weight ratio to shark pulling ability.
Oh, yeah. There'll be someone about like that.
If any physicists are watching this podcast, if you could work that out, then
So a 200
how many sharks it's going to need.
200-man galleon. How many sharks? How many great white sharks?
So
We'll take it on.
Question ever.
How many great white sharks on the average size would it take to pull a 200-man galleon?
I reckon I'd need 4 of them from the Resident Evil 1 remake. You know, like the zombie sharks on that.
Zombie sharks?
You
That's
know,
getting worse.
Yeah, but like, no, it doesn't matter, does it? Because like, they're undead and shit, so it's fine.
So they don't need to rest. You've solved that problem.
There you go. Boom. Sorted.
Wow, man.
Right.
That's just like an accident waiting to happen, though, isn't it? It's like one crew member falls overboard.
Yeah, but if there's zombie sharks, if anybody makes any noise in the water, they'll just be going towards that. You won't be going where you want to go.
Yeah.
Well, I'd figure something out. I'd do something to the brains or something. I don't know.
I sense a
Like-
flaw.
Like the super sharks in Deep Blue.
Yeah, like that.
That one that jumps up and grabs Samuel L. Jackson.
But like the problem they had there in that film is they made them too smart. And when you make something too smart, things go wrong.
Yes.
Yeah, I think we all learned that lesson. You know, like what was that film? I mean, Planet of the Apes, the last one that came out.
Bollocks.
Rise of the Planet of the Apes. They made the monkey too smart, and it sorted them all out.
Title too long as well.
I didn't watch.
It's actually quite a good. It's sad. It's a sad film, but at the same
this is
time,
right.
it's like
I thought you were talking about Planet of the Apes. The
No.
new remake of Planet of the Apes was utter dog shite. It's one of the only films I've turned off.
which one we're talking? What Mark
Mark
Wahlberg or?
Wahlberg, is it?
It was fucking.
And Helena Bonham Carter.
It was
took that-
horrible.
Oh.
So where was Johnny Depp then?
Yeah.
Well, clearly he drew the line at ape suits. He's like, I will do anything for you, Tim, but not fucking that.
Stay away from monkeys.
Aye.
Well, that was a bit of a random sort of tangent then.
Just giving you a bit of filler, aren't I?
Yeah. But that's what we need. That's what we need.
It is what it is.
We need filler. We need filler.
Right. So what's the next subject, kids?
Right. So the U-turn on the Xbox or the Microsoft U-turn on the DRM.
Of course.
It's a bit sus.
Yeah. Obviously. Go on then, Garrison. What's your views on it?
Well, I'm kind of happy they've done that because at the end of the day, Chief, I mean, you know, you like swapping a game with a friend, you know what I mean? You know if it's going to be crap or not. You know, and you can decide whether you're going to buy it. I mean, it's a no-brainer. It's been going on since PS1. You know, since Mega Drive.
Amiga games.
Yeah, well, you know,
Well, I think what they were trying to do is because obviously they're trying to go along the sort of the PC model of everything being online and having codes and things like that. But you know, obviously, like you said, people like swapping games, so that was sort of like a bridge too far.
Yeah.
And everybody
they like stacking a load up, going to game and saying, "How much can I get for these?"
50p.
You know, and then they total them all up, and you go, right, I'm a tenner short from getting Assassin's Creed free here. Throwing a tenner, there you go, everyone's laughing, everyone's happy. You've recycled your games, you've done your bit for the environment, you've got a new game. Simple.
It is
People like that.
It's slightly depressing when you go in the game and you've got like 20 games. You're like, oh, well, I'll get loads for this, and they go, yeah, they're 50p, mate.
It does you
Whoa.
everything, though, doesn't it? It's like I got a brand new game and I was like, oh, this is crap, and I've finished it. I can't find the receipt, so I can't take it back. I've got its wrapper and all that. Take it back to game, give you 25 quid for it, and I was like, well, bought it 3 week back. I bought 4 quid.
Ages and ages ago, it was Saints Row 2 for Christmas for Scott. Then I found out that he'd already got it. I got it for like a tenner off Amazon. Took it into CEX. They said, oh, we can't give you that much. We can only give you 15 quid. I was like,
Yeah.
awesome.
Nice.
I think the only time in human history that's ever happened. But, you know, yeah, that was a good day.
Are either of you ladies gaming gals, or is this completely gone over your heads?
Yeah.
I
don't have an Xbox, so
You've got an Xbox?
given is sort of 0 over here.
my games that I like to play are Sims 3. I try to play like Halo and stuff, but I just get lost and I can't get up. I'm always ducking. I can't do it. I get lost, end up doing nothing, and I might as well just not play.
It's like when I try to teach my my fiance how to play Halo, and she just runs around and either looks at the sky or looks at the ground.
Yes,
And
that's me.
it's the most infuriating thing, because I'm sitting there, right, this is what you're meant to do, this is how you're meant to play, and I'm sort of teaching her, and then she's like getting all annoyed because she's not doing anything, and then I just get bored and start hitting her on the back of the head, and then she gets on the.
That is like domestic abuse.
Not really in the game.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then she gets
Virtual domestic abuse. It will escalate.
Escalated quickly.
Yes, Matthew.
But
It's
I'm
like
one of these gamers.
Oh yeah.
Man.
I'm pretty much addicted to Pokemon and Skyrim.
Yes!
Those are my
Yes!
yeah.
Get in!
Looking forward to X and Y.
When I get a 3D DS again, yeah.
Yeah. I've been
That's a fun last
told
one.
I'm getting one for my birthday. So
Oh, quid's in. It looks pretty cool. I've been watching the videos. I'm pretty excited for it. Oh.
yeah.
Can't say I've overly been a massive Pokemon fan.
Well, you've obviously missed out, Matthew, there, haven't you? I mean, did you pick up Heart Gold or Soul Silver with the little Pokemon Tamagotchi inside?
Yeah.
And you could transfer your Pokemon from the game into that, and then you could go for a trip to the shops, and it'd train your Pokemon up while you're going to the shops. And you came back, you put it back on your game. Whoa, it's gone up a level. Brilliant.
That's brilliant.
I never got the hang of that. I put a Mareep in there, and then so I had a Mareep in my Pokedex, and then I got the next one up, which was a Flaffy. I just caught that in the wild.
Yeah.
I still have a Mareep trapped in a Pokeball that I've just left in a house I used to live in somewhere. There's a Mareep just there going, one day she'll come back.
Like Toy Story 3, they're on the toy box.
I like to
Wait.
think some like small kid has found it and is taking good care of it, but probably not. The battery just died and the Mareep is gone forever.
So, Kirsten, do you think that you said you're glad that they've done the 180 on it? Does it not sort of kind of make you? Does it not annoy you slightly that they've had to do that in the first place?
I mean, it's a corporate company, isn't it? At the end of the day, you got to think about this. And they're all going to like throw stuff out like that, aren't they? They're all going to do something daft.
We know what corporate companies are like, don't we?
Exactly.
Because me and Mr. Kirsten got made redundant on Thursday, motherfuckers.
We thought it was safe and everything. We thought it was safe. Doing the building up, all that. And the next thing I knew, I was in the pub at 10:30, getting smashed.
Oh mate, the poor bar staff in there, they were not expecting an entire office of people to come piling in, demanding beer.
There's a few old folk in there having the breakfast as well.
Yeah.
Mental.
Oh man, there you go. So yeah, in 6 months' time, if anybody's got a job going,
Yeah.
there you go.
So I'm assuming you didn't win the Euro Millions then, Matt?
No,
Because I was looking forward to that.
Yeah, I was looking forward to the Euro, man.
We have this twice a week, every week. We've not won for ages. We've not won a thing, have we? Oh, we did. We won £7.
Yeah, the most I've ever won is I won £2,000 once. I got 5 numbers. And I was one number. I was one number off £7 million.
Jesus.
Oh, that's
Yeah, like
sickening.
£2,000. That's not too shabby.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Is all the girls I met, they're like, "Oh, you're so lucky, you got £2,000," and all my mates are like, "Dude, got it, you lost £7 million."
I'd be doing good. No, I would be good. Like, I will only buy a lottery ticket if it's like 100 million. 3 million is not good enough.
Yeah, because you're not going to spend £3 million.
Yeah.
I bought one in my life, and that was on my 16th birthday, just because I could. And then I didn't win, and I was like, oh, well, that was a waste of money, wasn't it?
I'm an eternal dreamer, though, so I play the lottery all the
I
time,
do.
and I'm an idiot because I've got the same numbers, so I have to play it. And I
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you put them on and they come up, or you don't put them on and they come up, man.
I'd be gutted, big time gutted.
I do it online, and there's nothing more upsetting than getting an email saying, "We have news for you." Really?
Yeah.
This is it.
£3.50.
£3.50.
£3.50 more than you had before, though. So there's
Probably
that.
not, because I probably spent like 20 quid on the lottery anyway.
In the petrol to the car, £2 for the ticket. Barely covers it.
Really?
Oh no, I did it online anyway, so it's, you know.
What would be the first? We're going off on a tangent again, but I guess we've got nothing better to talk about. But what would be the first thing you would buy? Gearston, obviously the second thing you would buy, because I know what the first thing you would buy, so don't mention that.
We can't talk about that.
You can't say that.
Oh, I can.
No,
I can.
the second thing you would buy, Gearston.
No, I'm
See,
curious
you're
about
digging-
first now.
You're digging yourself into holes again. You gotta stop digging yourself into holes because you're just gonna bring me into one of the holes.
Is it a Russian bride?
No,
Is it a Thai bride?
no,
Is it any kind of bride?
no,
Princess bride?
no.
Slave.
Princess Bride. Now that's an awesome film.
That is an awesome film.
You
I
killed my father. Prepare to die.
what would I do now? What I'd buy, I'd probably buy, I'd buy shares in Kiss.
Is that even possible, buying shares in a band?
Well, if you've got money and you speak to Gene Simmons,
Gene Simmons has his own insurance. His own
Life
insurance company.
Equity, yeah, it was Life Equity Insurance Company.
Strange.
Gene Simmons is a rock and roll financial genius.
Though he got ejected from the American. He got ejected from the American Apprentice, though, didn't he?
Yeah, that's cause Donald Trump knew that. Whoa, I've got Gene Simmons here. He could actually do me out my own business.
All right, so
Trump's just fucking mental anyway, though, isn't he?
so you're
Who?
buying shares in Kiss.
Donald
then.
Trump.
Yeah, he's a bit mad.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'd buy shares in Kiss, or I'd buy some kind of novelty vehicle from like a film or something. You know, just
Novel?
drive around Manchester in it,
Well, like the Batmobile or something.
Yeah.
like a Batmobile or a Warthog, or
DeLorean.
yeah. I mean,
Not an actual warthog, you mean an actual warthog, do you?
Just
Let me
riding
just
a little
can you
warthog.
clarify?
it's a vehicle off Halo. I'd buy that.
Alright, I don't.
Or I'd buy the Ecto one from Ghostbusters. That'd be awesome. That. Can you imagine that going through down Oxford Road? That'd be cool. That.
And you could wear your Ghostbusters pajama bottoms like last week.
I could do. Me.
Yeah.
I'd buy a Ghostbusters suit on the lottery.
And a proper sort of kind of one of the guns.
I'd buy one of the old plasticky ones I had when I was a kid. That was the best thing I ever owned. That when I was a kid, the Ghostbuster backpack, with a big piece of foam sticking out the end like that. It was alright.
Crap! I remember that, man.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Mega then.
I was always really jealous of the kids who had one of those. I was like, I want one. Proton pack.
Yeah, there you go. Busting makes me feel good, like I told you the other day.
Yeah. So we've got you buying some shares in Kiss, the Ghostbusters car
Or a turtle van.
or a turtle van.
Yep.
Mystery Machine.
Ah, yeah. Stevie
no.
Gang.
Yeah.
Becca, what would you buy with the first lottery win?
Oh, I've always wanted a comic shop, but just for me, not for anybody else.
People wouldn't be allowed in.
Well, I don't know. I I had an idea where I have a comic shop and I invite children to come and read comics, but it sounds a bit weird now.
Yeah, come on,
Steady.
Say it out
into my
loud.
shop.
Steady. Have you seen the news?
And I live in Rochdale.
Well, there you go.
It's terrible. So scrap that, because that was bad.
So you'd have a shop, a comic store, for you just to read comics in. So
And maybe some friends.
you'd make it all plush and stuff, and would have a window and everything, but you just wouldn't have a
It's
door.
just me.
You just wouldn't have a door to come for people to come in.
No, just people just walking around the building confused.
So you could pay for Stan Lee and stuff to have signings in there just for you.
For me.
And all the geeks outside standing going, how do we get in? How do we get in?
There's no way in. From the roof. I'd have, fire pole from the roof.
I tried to.
Cool.
You know what, Gearson? I think that's why we got made redundant. Because the last time,
Steady down again. Remember, holes.
Holes?
Digging holes.
I was just going to say, I asked for a fireman's pole in the office, and now we get made redundant.
See, the secret's out now, so everyone's going to know who's done it.
Oh no!
It was a secret, Matthew, that. No one knew, and people getting wound up, and I was sniggering away about that.
Well, I've just started myself. I asked for the fireman's pole, okay? I thought it would be a really good way to get from the 5th floor to the 4th floor and down to the ground without using the lifts.
There we go.
Efficient.
Efficient.
Yeah.
Environmentally friendly.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. If we had an emergency, down the fire pole.
You just end up with a pile of panicking people at the bottom clambering over each
Or
other.
people just going like, yeah, I'm going for smoke.
I'd love that.
Yeah. Okay, Laura, you're up next. What do you want?
What are you drinking?
Advocar.
Hello, old woman.
Bloody hell.
It's really delicious. I had it left over from Christmas, and I was like, it annoys me when alcohol is just sitting there in full bottles. So I started drinking it, and it's actually really yummy.
So you're an alcoholic.
I'm not an alcoholic. It
I am.
barely qualifies as alcohol. It's like custard. If anything, I'm a custardaholic. But back onto the topic at hand.
Yeah.
Ignore my burgeoning alcoholism. No, if I won the lottery, I'd probably be boring and just buy a house. But I would fill it with like secret passageways and stuff. Or I would pay Tara Strong to follow me around, and then she could stand behind me and like supply a voice, like all the time. If that's something she would be into.
Can we buy anything? Because can I buy David Tennant?
Well, that would be slavery now, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Or
I'm getting in trouble
prostitution.
for semi-sexist remarks. You're getting in trouble for being
Buying.
for buying people.
Just saying.
What would he do for you? What would you you
He would just be the doctor 24/7.
That would kill me now. No, say it again.
You'd hear a bit of Scottish accent creeping through, and you just slap it, and go, no,
No.
be the doctor.
I nearly met him once. I went to watch Top Gear being filmed, and we didn't know he was going to be there. And my husband had dragged me along. Was like, "Yeah, all right, I'll come along." And then they said David Tennant's here. Well, you can hear if you watch the episode, you can hear my scream above anyone else. And my husband had to say to my friend, "Hold on to her. She's going to go for him. Hold on to her." And it ended with me standing a metre away from him, frozen, just like that. But he totally smiled back at me. We made eye contact and he
just one of those-
smiled.
It was
One of those
totally at
moments,
you,
like-
Becca. Totally at you.
Just it was me. But
A crazy
apparently somebody
woman
had...
seeks some smiling at me. Smile back.
Yeah, like
Just hope she doesn't go for the throat.
that. Sort of throw.
Ah.
That's what she said.
Do you know what? I know we won't watch this, my husband, so I'm alright. It's too long.
That's what she said.
Oh, Gearson. Oh, Gearson.
Oh dear.
Ooh,
Anyway,
We
um,
watched
Matt.
the American Office.
Matt, what would you buy?
Ooh, I don't know. I'd probably buy a wedge more toys, to be honest. And then
Yeah.
a room.
Oh.
If I had,
Hey,
like... If
You
I
forgot
had...
something.
Whoa,
Sorry
my
to cut
turn.
in. I've got to tell you, you forgot something.
What?
The hot tub.
Oh yeah, I need a
Time
hot
machine
tub.
hot tub.
No,
Hot
no.
tub, time machine.
Oh, yeah, couldn't have one of them.
But no, because if I bought a hot tub, you wouldn't leave my house. You see, you'd just be sitting there. I'd wake up and you'd be sitting there in the jacuzzi, just kind of going, "You're right."
No. I'll be
How
all
long
right,
you been
man,
there?
mate.
2 days. It's alright.
You're like a little shriveled prune.
You know,
With his little shriveled prune.
right. You're digging lots of holes for there, Matthew.
Actually, Matt, I've got a question about toys.
Okay.
I have got this.
My mind.
Right, I have this beautiful
In its box, mint
in
condition.
its box, but I want to play.
Don't do it.
I know,
Don't
but
do
her eyes light up and I'll never see it.
Who is it? Sorry, I can't see.
It's Phoenix.
Oh yeah, of course it is.
Right. Well, I can solve your problem, lass. Buy another one and open
Yeah.
it.
Do you know what? I've started doing that now because all of these toys that are back here and all around me in the shelves and stuff, I cannot open. I just cannot. It's a trauma from when I was a child and my mother got rid of all my Star Wars toys, so they stay in their boxes. But I've got to the point now where I buy doubles. So I will go out.
That's a good idea.
I will buy one to stick in its box, and I will buy one to open and play with. Yes,
See,
I'm
this
sure.
was
I take all mine out of the box. Mine are all. If I just tilt my camera slightly, you'll be able to see my toy collection.
Oh.
What are their boxes?
Yeah. That's. Yeah.
See, I'll take my figurines out because you can get them back in the boxes without any damage. But that's just not. Once it's been
I'm
torn.
really bad. Like I was doing a photo shoot with B Noir from Manchester and doing the Cortana stuff, which I still need to do the editing for. I'm sorry, B. I will do it sometime soon. But I got two toys. I got a Cortana toy, quite like. Oh, actually, I got one here.
Is it a lighter one? I've got that.
I got a Cortana toy like this, yeah, and I got a Master Chief one in like one of the stasis pods, and actually I bought two of those because I knew if I bought one I wouldn't be able to open it, so I bought two and I made her open it. I was like, "You're gonna have to open this. I can't do it."
I can't bring myself
I
to do it.
physically couldn't bring myself to open it, and then when I went, "Oh crap, I need the Master Chief and the stasis pod for the photographs." And it was just like, right, I need to open this without breaking any, without sort of kind of destroying the integrity of the box or anything. So it was like proper, like precision, like cuts through the sellotape, opening it slowly, taking it out, taking out the little sort of wire things, taking them out, and then putting it back in perfectly so it was there and it didn't look damaged. That's how bad I am. I can't. It's really bad.
There's a rule in our house. It's going to sound really odd. There's children's toys and there's mummy's toys, and you frequently hear, "Stay away from mummy's toys." And do you know what? It's just Iron Man.
Now, Becca, if I wasn't such a gentleman, I would think of other things when you were going on about.
I know. I didn't say it out loud. I was like,
That was what I thought.
should we say collectibles?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Collectibles. Get away from mummy's
Mummy's toys.
collectibles.
Mummy, I've got a rocket.
50 Shades of Grey.
That's happened in a school. One of the
50
kids
Shades of
brought,
Grey?
one of the kids brought in like a big. I don't think I can bring myself to say the word.
Dildo.
Yes, because they found it to play with. They brought it into school. Can you imagine having to sit that mother down? I'm serious.
Oh
Show
my
and tell. Show and tell.
Oh.
So yeah, I've brought in this big purple rocket ship.
Yeah.
It's a bit sloppy, but,
Rocket.
Mum really loves it.
Way.
Just
One
fluid.
thing springs to mind, and that's just like, I really hope she rinsed it afterwards, Otherwise, that's
What-
just.
Rinsed it in what sort of way?
But, like,
So
I have to explain it to you.
I'm sorry. This conversation is going right downhill. I'm sorry.
I must say that I worked I was going to say the company then, but for a travel company's customer services, and one woman wrote in to say that her dildo had been defaced, saying you want to get a real man at the airport. So, do you know what? Just don't write in. Just, you know, I had to read that letter and go, I'm really sorry.
To be fair though, if I fucking go through airport security and somebody defaced it, I'd be pretty pissed off.
Yeah, but
Because, you know, that's like, you know, you spend good money on a dildo. You'll pay all the way for it.
I've just sent her a voucher.
No,
I'm sorry.
as we're going off on mad tangents, that sort of
Yeah,
kind of
sorry.
reminded that kind of reminded me of sort of, you know, that embarrassing bodies program. Why do
Oh,
people do that?
why?
Why do you go on? There was a guy who went on, right, and his problem was apparently his ass stank, yeah, and that.
Oh yeah, he didn't wipe his ass properly, did he?
He didn't ask, you know, it's like what the guy, which my friend calls Dr. Hot. I can't even I don't even know what his name is.
Bill?
Well, I know his name, which upsets me. Dr. Christian something.
Yeah, that guy, yeah. So
Oh.
he sort of kind of bends over. Okay, mate, bend over, get your pants down. So he gets his pants down, and he starts like proper giving a big, pulls the cheeks apart, and starts kind of doing this with his fingers and stuff. And there's, I missed I'm sitting there going like this, and she's kind of going, what the fuck? But yeah, so he's sitting there going like, you know, pull the cheeks apart, and he just like his face of repulsion, just sort of kind of like, oh my god, and then he's just like. He didn't go mate, but he went like, in fact, he went mate. You don't wipe your arse properly. So there was no medical problem whatsoever. This guy just didn't know how to wipe his arse properly, and he had just basically shown that on. And it wasn't like, oh, I'm really good at it. I'm embarrassed afterwards. It was like, all right, okay, no problem. I'll learn how to wipe my arse properly. But
Yeah, but these people won't go to their own GP.
Yeah.
You'll go and tell him.
In like the privacy of a doctor's surgery, but get a few cameras in and sure, why not? Have a look up my arse, whatever.
They must give him some money or something.
Yeah.
Well, obviously.
I mean, saying that though, the people that go on it, they're the X Factor generation, aren't they?
Yeah.
You know, it's like these people who watch Big Brother rubbish and X Factor. Yeah. That's the kind of people that go on stuff like that. I mean, personally, if it was me, I won't be going on that show, getting my pants down and say, in front of the nation, going, there's something up with my knob. Because that won't be happening. I go to
unless it's some sort of, you know, there's something really wrong with my knob. It's too big.
Well. Oh, he looks sad. This has really gone off topic.
Yeah,
that's right.
What were we talking about?
Right.
This is just the tangent show, okay? Basically, this is what we're gonna talk about something, and we're just gonna go off on a tangent. And I have no idea how long we've been ranting on for.
No.
You must do, Matthew.
Well, I don't know. We started at what, half 8 maybe?
Yeah, maybe-ish.
Oh yeah. So we've got like 15 minutes if we're going to make it a full hour.
Right, well,
We better think of something
I'm sure we
geeky.
can think of some more non-dildo and geeky matter conversation.
I cannot believe.
I'm sorry. I've got a sort of kind of another dildo related story. My mum was telling me that she was at a party, a friend's party, and obviously they had kids. Now it was something to do with it was one of the big birthdays or something, and the cake had basically dildos on top of it. Yeah, so basically this cake birthday.
It's all they went just large candles.
No. This was definitely dildos.
Okay.
And basically, one of the kids got up during the night. The parents were in the other room, sort of drinking and being merry and stuff. And he goes downstairs and he sees this cake, and he picks one of these things up, and then he starts running into the front and going, "Rocket ship!" And I was like, the woman's like, "Oh no, give me that!" I was just like, "Oh mate, that was wrong."
well,
Right, so we'll pass on the dildo.
What have we not covered yet?
fighting games.
Well, no, we were talking about age limits on games, I think.
Yeah, so that can come into it, can't it? Because there is an issue with fighting games and age limits.
Okay, what's that issue then?
What's the issue is, if you're going to have a fighting game, put some blood in it, put some violence, and slap an 18 on it, full stop.
Right, do you think that then those you can't play them then until you're 18?
Well, I mean, see, did you ever see the Mortal Kombat with a DC world in it?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
That were bollocks, that were crap.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Well, it
Well-
wasn't as good as Injustice.
Yeah, but it
What
weren't
is
Mortal Kombat.
Injustice? What age is Injustice?
Hang on, actually, bear with.
Because my 5-year-old plays it, so...
It's
Well,
probably.
I don't think it has any blood or anything in Justice, but it does have a very sort of scary Superman. He's got a bit skits.
Hate to break it to you, Becca, you're a terrible mother. It's a 16.
Oh.
Yeah.
My
Ooh.
God.
I don't really see
Oh,
why, because I played it. And
He plays Lego Batman. He knows the characters. You know, he knows that he's not allowed to do that at school.
I mean, it doesn't have, like, Mortal Kombat has, like, the X-ray bones breaking,
Oh,
like,
it's brilliant, that.
ribs getting ripped out, skin
Yes.
getting torn off, all that, you know, the good stuff. This just has kind of biff, biff, biff kind of
Yeah.
going on. Don't know why it's a 16. There we go.
You see, as a parent, there are certain games like Call of Duty and stuff that I wouldn't expose my children to until I thought they were mature enough.
Do you think games cause violence in children?
No.
No, I really don't. I think the lack of sleep from playing games can cause violence in children.
And in parents, let's be fair.
Yeah.
So you don't think that sort of films and TV and anything has any relation on how your kids turn out? Do you think it's more to do with obviously issues mentally, or just purely down to parents fucking their kids up?
I think it's down to explaining it to the children. I mean, if you left a child to watch a horror film on their own, then they're going to have nightmares and they're going to be a little bit insensitive to more violence. But if you explain to them that, you know, this is what's happening. I mean, I wouldn't let my child watch an 18 at all.
No.
I watched Hellraiser when I was like 5. And that was like basically my old babysitter, who I love, by the way. She was awesome. So this isn't a slight against her, but I just remember being sat down in front of the TV and watching basically this flaming person walking down the stairs and being absolutely freaked out by it. And that vision just has stayed with me my entire life.
I think the excuse that it makes children violent is a cop out on the parents' part.
Yeah.
I think that's just them shoving the responsibility onto other people.
I mean, most kids know that the stuff that happens in the box is not real. Like, with my little stepson, something happened on TV. It was like Adventure Time or something, and I did that kind of grown-up thing of, oh no! And he just went, Laura, you do know it's not real. Like, what? No, don't patronise. I'm 22, damn it.
Yeah, but some of the stuff we see on the news that is played at 6 o'clock is horrible. Yeah. It's the real world.
That's actually the scary kind of other side, because that doesn't feel real now, because it happens in the box. If you know,
you mean the real stuff?
Yeah, like the news and that. You look at it and you're kind of like, well, yes, that's
because it doesn't affect you.
Yeah, it's on the TV.
Do you think we're a lot more desensitized nowadays than we used to be?
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I just realised my girlfriend's been hunting high and low for my cat. If you can see in my screen there, my cat's in my drawer.
Oh yes.
like
Sorry.
himself. My cat's there. He is. Oh, there he is. All right, Jeffrey.
Oh.
I thought you called your cat Joffrey.
No, we've got Jeffrey and Eva.
Right.
Eva from Wally.
All right.
Yeah, she's a bit of a nutbar. He's very laid back. But yeah, there he is, licking himself on top of my clothes. So they'll have to be cleaned again. Nice.
Kirsten, you should get a cat.
Well, there's one back at my mum's. It's at Texas. Like, because like mum likes.
Have it with you for podcasting purposes.
I mean, actually, I've got one. Give me 1 second.
Emergency cat.
Yeah,
You've got a cat.
I have. Look, it's Cat Buzz.
Oh.
What's that?
Oh, it's
Is it a cat?
Have you seen My Neighbor Totoro, Studio Ghibli? It's an anime thing.
No, I don't think I've seen that one.
That's
I've
a
only
good
seen Howl's Moving Castle because my son loves
Classic.
it. Seen it over and over again.
There's that, and there's My Neighbor Totoro. It's brilliant. There's that, and Spirit of the Way is a classic as well.
Princess Mononoke.
It's all right.
I just like it because the English translation was written by Neil Gaiman. And, fangirl.
Who's he?
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look shocked as well, but I don't understand what you're talking about.
That's all right,
Who's
Matthew.
Neil Gaiman?
Well, I mean, we all have our things we like, don't we?
Yeah, see, I don't know anything about anime or manga. It is my...
He wrote this.
Put it a bit more forward.
The following volumes.
What is
The
it?
difference between anime and manga.
The Sandman. Wait.
Sandman.
Yeah. See?
Wait. Let me get this right. Obviously, not being a massive sort of manga and anime sort of guy, anime is cartoons and manga is comic books, or is it the other way around?
No, that's the right way.
Yeah. So that's what it is. But they both have comic books and
Animation.
Animation.
Yes.
So they're basically the same thing. Or,
Yes.
Is that blasphemy to say?
It's not. No one's going to go mental at you, Chief. No.
I don't know, man.
There's
I don't know.
going to be some fangirls going, that is not kawaii!
Well, I mean, everyone has what they like, don't they? Like Matthew loves his Lord of the Rings. He knows lots about Lord of the Rings. It's you can't know everything at the end of the day, can you? We all specialise in something.
That's true. That's a good point, actually, because I sometimes feel deficient in some areas. Working with all these Geek Pride. I think there's a Greek again. What's wrong with me?
Greek Pride. Matthew,
writers.
there's something you're not telling me.
So I find myself Googling a lot, but it's good because I learn more.
But yeah, that's it.
You're right. I'm the same because I think I've learnt a lot more being in Geek Pride than I did. But it doesn't. I think it's slightly annoying. I find that you have people who judge you. You're not a geek because you don't know about Doctor Who or you don't know about manga. And it's like, well, I'm a massive geek in other ways,
Yeah.
So you don't know anything about Lord of the Rings. You don't have a million toys, so you're not a geek, and I don't like that. That's it's sort of elitism within geekism, and it's sort of that.
I mean, there's plenty of that, but you can break that down. I mean, it's easy to break down. I mean, for example, Mr. Maudsley.
Yes.
Just give him a shout out right now. He likes his punk and his haircore and all that kind of stuff. And I said to him, listen up, my mate. 80s is where it was at. Motley Crue, Kiss. And we both having our little arguments. But then we both listened to stuff, different things. It was like, it's pretty good, this. It's all right, It's, and you just break down that wall. Not a lot of other people, everyone specialise. Like I said, everyone specialises in something they like the best. Everyone's not going to understand everything. Nobody's God.
Well.
So.
Sorry, my cat's trying to get out the door. It's freaking out. Bear with me 1 minute.
We have, I don't know if this is the place to say it, but we have had people on the Facebook page saying, well, you're not really Geek Pride because you don't have any of the stuff that I like.
Yeah.
Which is, a little odd.
Yeah, it's a bit of a saying for you. Another man's meat is another man's poison, isn't it?
Yeah.
End it there. And I think,
Is that a bizarre saying? Is that a Wigan saying?
No, I heard it in Wigan. But no, it's true though. I mean, if anything, what makes people who are part of Geek Pride and like Geek Pride and all that kind of stuff is we're all individual, interesting characters. And I think we'd rather have that than the rest of the rest of the X Factor generation. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, definitely.
I think geeks and people like us are the most interesting people knocking about. I know all kinds of weirdos. I am a weirdo, and I'm pretty proud of it. And everyone's a character. It's brilliant. So there you go.
How many times a day do you get that look from people? I get it quite a lot at work. What kind of a look? What are you talking about now? Well, once I mentioned about role-playing games, I was going on about my character, and I just sort of looked at everybody and thought, this is not the right place for this. First I had to say, this is not a sex thing. We don't role-play in the bedroom. Because that's what they assume. So I shut up, really, about that.
I just get from people I work with. I just get, it's a Laura thing. Just don't engage her. Just smile, nod. It'll be over soon.
Also, really patronising. Oh, that's so cute. Bless.
Because I think I used to, obviously, when I was younger, and I was in the rugby team, and I was trying to be cool, and I was sort of kind of suppressing what I was or who I was and stuff. You always had to go, yeah, I'm a geek, but I'm not that much of a geek because I don't talk about it all the time. And I used to sort of kind of semi-judge other geeks because they just embraced who they were and what they were doing. And me now suddenly making a stand and going, right, yeah, that I will talk about 40k, Warhammer 40k, in front of normal people and stuff, and they're just like, what the fuck are you talking about? So it's just like, and it's liberating because you're just like, I am talking about what I want to talk about. I'm talking about, the things that I love with people who I enjoy talking and stuff, and it's great, it's awesome, and it's annoying. Well, not annoying. It's sad that people sort of will judge you and that sort of thing.
I mean,
on the other side of it, when I first walked into my first comic book shop, the looks that I got.
I got that in Games Workshop.
Oh, you do get that.
Right, Becca will probably get this. I walked into Games Workshop. I only went in because I had a £5 voucher that my friend got me for my birthday. So I went in just like, I'm going to buy something cheap with this and then leave. And I got, are you right there?
Yeah.
I'm like, what were you expecting me to go? Like, yeah, I can't see shoes anywhere. I'm looking for something to buy with this. And they're like, oh, do you play? I'm like, well, I'm kind of tempted to not now.
Yeah.
Sorry, Becca, go on.
I was going to say that I was blonde when I first went to my first comic book shop, and I don't think that really helps
double
either.
Handicap right there.
Yeah, and of course I have boobs and stuff, and I wear makeup, and it was just
shocking. How dare you?
And I felt really uncomfortable. I actually feel more comfortable now because I've got purple hair, because I think it's kind of a whoop, 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 this person might be a geek.
I say that my comic book shop has always just been like, you walk in as a girl and they're just like, so, do you want a prize?
Yeah.
You can pick up a comic, that's it.
Yeah. Buy something.
No, I saw. I go into the Games Workshop sometimes, and I drag the missus with me, and it's just funny watching the faces, man, because it's like you're a woman. You're in here. I don't know how to talk to women.
I mean,
fanboy 3's like that.
It also smells really bad, by the way.
Yes,
it does. I tell you. I told you about my experience in there, didn't I, Matthew? For those who don't know, I will tell you my experience with Game Workshop, and the first and only time I'll ever walk in it ever again.
Why?
You know, I told you this, right? I walked in, one of my mates liked it at the time. He loves painting his models and stuff, so I was like, do you mind if I nip in, lads? Not at all. He went in getting something. So we just stood there at the front of the shop, the one in the Erndale, and some lad came up to us and went, do you want to play? And I was like, oh, I don't know how to play it, mate. He says, well, I'll give you a bit of a taste, I'll show you what to do. So he's telling me all these rules and stuff, and I was getting like, all right, fair enough, whatever. So he said, right, roll this dice. So I did. He went, right, move a man. I went, right, I'll move that sniper into that church tower, because he'll get a view of all. So I was going for all like these things that I wanted to do. And he went, you can't do that. And I was like, well, why? He's like, well, you just can't. He says, that's just there for decoration. So I was like, right, well, what about this spaceship above the thing that you've got hanging on wires and all that? What about this? Can't I just like roll like some kind of mega dice and nuke the fuck out the whole thing?
That would be a really boring game, though.
Yeah, well, I mean, so he was just like, I was like, mate,
like you.
Yeah, but I was trying to give it a try, but the guy was getting a bit snooty with me and stuff.
I get snooty with you, because you'd walk in and you'd be all like, yeah, well, I want to do this. I want to use this Godzilla figure instead of that space.
No.
Why?
I was.
Why?
Well, you know what happened last time I rolled up to one of your things like that? What happened? I came in, I did more than you did in 8 hours, didn't I? Right, what did I do? I played 4 games of Connect 4 with Maudsley, 2 games of Trivial Pursuit, and I drank a whole bottle of Jack Daniels, got smashed, smoked a full pack of cigarettes, then Rory rolled up, and then I got smashed even more, played more Connect 4, played on your Xbox, right? Didn't I? All this happened, and you still hadn't finished your game.
Yeah, well, that's an in-depth game, man. That's how games should be. You got to think about it. It's like a game of chess.
Yeah, but Marsden was even set up and ready before you was.
You just sort of you wander in and you're like, whoa, what's this? And And I was like, whoa,
Yeah.
leave it alone. You know, thinking about my moves, man. I'm thinking about it.
Well, it was Kinect Force challenging. You know, that was strategy. You know,
It is. It's very fast paced.
so was Trivial Pursuit.
Oh man.
I have a confession. I've never played Risk.
Neither have I.
I've never won a game of Risk. You know, I did military history in university, and I've still never won a game of Risk.
We'll
And
have to get together and you can teach me how to play.
It's
And I'll beat you.
It's a good game, but you probably will, because everybody picks on me, because one, they kind of go, well, Matt's a really bad loser, so let's just make him lose. And secondly, I hold grudges. I don't think I'd make a very good general, because as soon as somebody attacks me, I'm like, you just attacked me. I'm gonna get you
strikes
I'm going to die.
And I don't care if I lose, as long as I get you first. And
It strikes me as the sort of game that's like Monopoly, where you go in going, yeah, this will be fun, and by the end you are genuinely longing for death.
yeah. No, you're longing for other people's deaths, basically.
Yeah, you just have one person who you're like, look, I'm down to my last £3. Can you not just take it and be this over? And they're like, no, roll the dice.
See, that's my sister right there. We used to play and we just steal from her bank just to piss her off. And I also used to tell her that her Ken was gay and wasn't interested in Barbie, and that really annoyed
My
her.
Barbie dated Action Man.
That's better.
Yeah, exactly. You know,
Yeah.
bitch had taste.
I guess she'll never watch this either, so.
What did,
Oh
your,
my god.
what did your Barbies do, Kirsten?
Having the Burbies. You on about?
Nice save. Nice save.
You know, see, look at this snobbery again, just because we've got blonde hair. I'm sick of it. It's about you mind your own business, yeah?
Oh.
My Burbies did. I didn't have any.
Are they buried in the garden under the
What about
concrete?
My Little Ponies? Did you have any ponies?
No, I had an Action Man. But my favourite one, my favourite Action Man was the one that chucked grenades.
Chuck grenades? Did you have like a little switch on the
Yeah,
back?
it was like one of them little flip back arms, and I had the one that you wound his arms up and he swam in your bath. That was mega, that.
Oh.
And what else did it? Yeah, I mean, I think I was more mad on me. Like as soon as I discovered Forbidden Planet and the treasures in there.
Oh,
I mean, I remember buying like the first ever few sets of Resident Evil figures, and I was just blown out of the water. I was like, they don't have these in Argos. What is this magical shop? And then like they've got like Terminator figures. I'm like, whoa, aliens figure, and there's all these different things that you just don't get anywhere else. And then like, I think above all, what did I buy? I think I bought my Slipknot lunchbox from there.
This is the best combination of words ever. Slipknot, lunchbox.
Yeah, you can get it. I've got a Kiss lunchbox.
Does it have a little thermos in it and stuff?
Yeah, the little plastic ones, a little handle.
Yeah. I've got the Punisher one like that as well. It's got Tom Jane on it on the little thermos handle, like with his bow and arrow going like that. He's gonna get you. So like, yeah. I mean, you could get all these mad items from there. You can get from like all them places. Apart from that, I think when I was younger, it was all like getting me Mega Drive and stuff for me. PS1. It's like Sega Saturn.
I love the way we've gone from sort of kind of a serious topic of desensitization of games, to people to games and violence, to what our childhood toys were.
That is an important part of it, though, because that's
Yeah.
like the first geek experience and stuff.
Mine was He-Man.
He-Man.
He-Man. I loved He-Man.
I had did you ever watch the Dolph Lundgren He-Man film?
Yeah.
That was pretty awesome. And they had that sort of kind of like piano thing.
Mate, it was. I mean, oh my god. Do you remember the Super Mario film?
I actually quite like that. I quite like that.
Bad
It's
with
the Roxette song from it. That's what all I ever remember.
I just remember
I
that.
think we've reached the era where I was still in nappies.
How old are you?
Showing my age.
She's young.
I'm
Oh.
22. Almost
22.
23.
Fucking hell, you're gonna be I'm nearly 10 years older than you.
Yeah.
I'm over 10 years older than you.
No.
Old woman Becca.
Why am I apologising? I'm being young. No.
Seeing that though, do you remember Mortal Kombat came out back in the day on the Mega Drive and all that?
Forward down, forward A for the. Sub-Zero definitely.
Yeah. I mean, like, you know, back here for Scorpion Spear that came out. Goes, get over here. Anyway, when that was knocking about, they used to sell kids figures in the quick save near me when I used to live like back in Wigan days, and like this is a game that was an 18 on the Mega Drive. Yet I could get a kid's action figure of it. Do you know what I mean? It's like it was same with the aliens. You know, like aliens were big back in the day. Like you could get them in the Argos.
It was an
Like,
awesome
but-
Aliens arcade game, and you could be Ripley.
Yeah,
and you run
that
around
was-
and just-
Yeah, that was knocking about as well. You know, so it's like, I mean,
He's saying that though. A lot of comics are not for children yet. Superman
no.
figures and stuff.
I was in Forbidden Planet the other day, and I saw a small child pick up Hellblazer,
yeah,
add it to a parental figure or like other responsible grown-up, and the grown-up was just like, yeah, that's fine. I'm just, no!
I think it's. Do you think toys are sort of more for adults these days? Or sort of action figures and stuff are sort of more of an adult thing?
I think so.
The video games, it's because they were for kids, and then the kids who liked them grew up, and you know.
Yeah, and continue to like them.
Money just doesn't.
Yeah,
follow along.
I think a lot of things with kids today, though, they're like, they want to grow up quicker than anything else. Where I rather go backwards. You know what I mean?
We're packing, we're moving at the moment, and then, I don't know if you can read that. This is my son's heroes and dinosaurs and pirates with the odd soldier.
I love it.
Yeah.
He absolutely loves these superheroes because they do the animation, not the DC animation. That's not appropriate, just to say out loud. But you know, Batman Brave and Bold, things like that. But when it comes to comics, there are very few comics that I can get my daughter to read that are appropriate for her age.
Adventure Time? Have you tried Adventure Time?
No, we've got
Adventure Time's
this
brilliant.
one. Can you see that? She has that one.
I
She-
haven't managed to get my hands on it, but I've seen a couple of bits. It looks very good.
You know.
I'm very jealous.
But I wanted to read the X-Men. Now I'm happy for her to read the old X-Men.
Wolverine in the X-Men is pretty good because it is set like in the school.
The school, yeah. Actually, I do have that. So yeah,
So there's a
but
bit of like violence and creepy stuff, but it's not like, you know, I wouldn't call it adult.
no. But I mean, I think I got Young Avengers, the first issue, and I think there was somebody in bed naked, and I thought I don't want to start explaining this now.
Yeah, I'd say that's more for
Give me
like
that.
teenagers. You know,
What
like
do
the whole
kids
kind
have?
of.
What do kids have these days then? So we've got the comic books, we've got the action figures, we've got the computer games. What do they have?
They have geeky parents.
Yeah.
What they have.
But
She has Minecraft.
play.
There you go, Minecraft. Yeah.
Minecraft, she loves Minecraft. She's a genius on it. It's unbelievable what she can actually do on Minecraft, and she's 10 years old. It shames me.
Do you think that's sort of,
But again, we had issues where she goes on a server and some of the conversations was just not appropriate. Not that she was joining in with them,
Yeah.
but she could read them, and so we've actually struggled to find a friendly server for her, family friendly. So she has her own now. She runs her own.
That is amazing.
Yeah, she's
Just imagine you, but like tiny.
yeah, they are proper geeks, my children. I love it.
No nonsense server. Like, right, you're swearing. Get out.
Yeah, but the best bit is watching them experience stuff for the first time.
Oh.
Oh, it's so amazing. And shaping them. I can make these children geeks right now. I had to learn when I was in my teens what a geek was. They will know no different. For them, it is the norm.
I think you just pick it up because I remember my dad. My dad was always into his computer games and stuff, and he used to make models. We had it sort of in our loft, like a loft conversion, and he used to sit there with and make model planes, and you sort of kind of rubs off on you because you're like, what's Dad doing? Let's go and see that, and you go upstairs and he'd show you how to make stuff. And you know, one little tip my dad taught me when I was about 10 years old. When you're model making, yeah, you've got super glue, yeah, and you want it to dry fast, get some baking soda, yeah, and you get the super glue and you drop the baking soda over it, and it comes like a compound, makes it sort of hard straight away.
Wow.
That's what she said. That's what she said.
Top tip.
Top tip from
Yeah.
that. Top
It does.
tip.
I mean, when I think about me as a geek, my mum sort of says to me, "What did I do wrong? Why are you like this? I don't understand." But then you think back and think, well, I grew up on Star Trek, Red Dwarf, you know, all these things that are essentially part of our culture now.
Yeah.
And you did it to me, Mother. Batteries not included. You know.
Batteries not included. That was
That
on
was
the other day.
awesome.
Batteries not included was on the other day.
Oh, I love
What a
that.
lovely film.
I loved Red Dwarf from when I was tiny. I was like a year old, and I used to call it Red Wolf.
I used to, what was it? It was always Red Dwarf. Quantum Leap was always.
Oh, Quantum Leap! I love that show. I have Netflix just for that.
How depressing was the last episode of
I
Quantum
know.
Leap? He doesn't even get to go. He doesn't even get to go.
Doesn't
home.
get no.
See, I wasn't. My mum would not allow us to watch Disney films because she knew that we would cry, and so would she. So she was like, "Okay, you're not watching Bambi.
I've never seen it because of that.
Monty Python." So other kids were like wanting to be Disney princesses, and I was there like reciting lines from Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Looking back on it, I was an amazing kid. My mother was lucky to have me.
Right. Well, I think we've been on for about an hour now. We've gone off on a million tangents. We've not answered anybody's questions.
It is
Well,
what
they
it
didn't
is.
try hard enough, did they? They don't deserve it.
You're gonna try next time, geeks, or else
But
we're not
also,
gonna.
well done to those who did submit a comment.
Yeah.
There you go.
Gold star.
So, well, we did sort of kind of mention the Latino sort of superheroes briefly.
Yeah.
We did mention
We covered
sort
a
of,
few people's points.
yeah, it did. We
We did.
obviously went off some mad tangents, but
Let's be fair, we tried about as hard as they did.
Well, yeah. Very right.
Right,
No.
so anyway, I think that is going to be it for us tonight, chaps. It is now 20 to 10, so I'm Matt Geary, and I'm signing off.
Yeah, I'm gazed in, and I'm gonna go to bed now. I think I might play Fable 3 because it's free, and I downloaded it for free on the Xbox Live Marketplace. Mega, saved me 20 quid. So like, get on it, kids.
Okay. I'm Becca, and I don't know, gonna watch some telly or something. No.
I'm Laura Meyer, and I'm an alcoholic. I mean, signing off.
Way.
No.
Everybody, bye.
Bye bye.